Hi everyone! Hi girls! Today I'm going to show you how I make the roasted seaweed. Actually, roasted seaweed. Now, I have two different brands in here. This one, it says, this is a Chinese brand. It says Premium Sandless Lever. It's about 50 grams. This one, it says Dry Green Laver. It's called Doljaban. And I'm gonna be frying this. And I use it as I make this as a dry seaweed chips. And I make it a little sweet and salty. So if I'm craving salt, this is it for me. And it's got a lot of calcium, and you know how seaweed's good for you. So, I'm not going to make this 10 ounce. Instead, I'm going to make the 1.76 ounce. Now for this, you need a large frying pan and oil. I'll be using olive oil, some sugar, some sea salt. Now what you have to do is open up the package and put them in this big deep bowl. So, got them in there. Now, see how this looks like this? Just make sure there's no debris inside other than the seaweed. Sometimes, see? That thing. Take that out. You don't want to eat that. Looks like this. What you do is you just cut it out like that to a bite size, okay? So you just have to do that and just take it out like this, a little bite size. Just with your hands. You don't need to have knife or anything, scissors or anything. So I shred it all off, and now it looks like this. So now, usually if you do about 50 grams of this, you need about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So that way you drench it. But I have the spray bottle. I made it at home. Now, you could just add 2 tablespoons in here. But me, I'm just gonna spray it around. So, and I'm using olive oil. You could use any kind of oil. You could use sesame oil or a different oil or peanut oil, whatever oil you have. You could use different oils. You need to coat it with the oils. So I'm just gonna add some little bit more. So just make sure all the seaweeds, laver or whatever the terminology that they put in, is coated with oil. See the color now? It's glossy, isn't it? At first it wasn't glossy at all, but now it's glossy. Now, you could add the roasted sesame seed later on or now. It really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to add a little bit right now so that it sticks to the seaweed, and then I could add some little bit more. So just mix it all in. This looks fine to me, so let's go and roast this. Now I'm gonna turn the heat on high. And this is a big pot, the largest one that I could find, so I'll be using that. And now I'm gonna be adding about a tablespoon of olive oil to this. Let that get heat up a little bit. Coat the pan. Now I'm going to be adding the seaweed into this. Okay, now we're going to roast this. Right now I'm on high heat. So I'm just heating up the pan first. And it's on high heat. And we're just going to start roasting this slowly. You don't want to do this in a high heat because if it burns, it tastes horrible. Once the pot is heated, you want to lower the heat to about medium high. So I'm on 6 now. So, and you just have to stir this. So you could do this about 5 to 10 minutes. Just don't do it in a high heat because it gets burned really quick, and burned seaweed don't taste good. or laver, whatever that thing is. You can smell the oil. Basically what you're doing is you're toasting this with the cooked oil and you're coating it. But anyway, it's been 5 minutes. So now what I'll be doing is I'm going to be adding, this is a sugar. Now depending on how sweet you want, I'm adding a pinch of it. If you want them sweeter, you could add more. If you want them less sweeter, if you don't want sugar, don't put it on. Now, I'm also adding pinch of salt so that it has flavor. And I'm just going to toast it a little bit. Now I'm going to turn off the heat. This is about 10-minute recipe. Doesn't really take, and if you let it sit on a oven, it's going to get burned because there's still heat there. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of more toasted sesame seed. And we're going to coat that again with the oil and the sugar because the sugar's melting and it's going to bind the loose toasted sesame seed to the seaweed. So let me taste one and see how that is. Yep, I have a hint of sugar to this. Let me taste one more. See, I didn't make mine too salty, and I didn't make mine too sweet. Let me see. If I add more sugar, I know my girls are gonna like it better. I'm gonna add a little more pinch of sugar. I like them a little sweet. The salt, I'm okay. It's all ready now. This is how it looks, and it's crispy. And it's this very quick dish. And I'm gonna actually put this in a little sandwich bag and keep it, because this is my snack. And that's how it looks. You could also add nuts to this if you want to. Me? No. I just like the seaweed. And see? It's crispy. You hear that sound? That's crispy. Perfect for me.